Hey, you guys, this is Shella D. Bridgman, and welcome to the Shella D. Bridgman Show. And this is my testimony. Hey, you guys, so glad to talk to you today. It has been a good day for me, one with developments and changes. I hope you guys are well. It is 9:44 at night. And it is October 28th, so we're winding down here with the October challenge, and I feel really great about it. I feel like I'm really glad that I did it. I'm glad that I not set myself up, but I'm glad that I decided to do this. I'm glad that I came up with this. What happened was, excuse me, I started doing the programs, I started doing the recordings, and then I said, let me give myself a goal, right? Let me, because it's like when you're doing it, you're like, okay, well then what are my topics going to be, right? So I thought about things that are important to me, things that I focus on, and things that I can share with someone else. That's how I started with perseverance and gratitude and forgiveness and all that stuff, right? These are all things that I'm working on. But then I said, let's make it a time frame. Let's give it a time frame and a goal, a time frame and a goal. That's what they say. That's how you are successful, right? You have a goal, right? And so that's what I did. I came up with the 31 days, because the 31 days in October, because that's when I started. It was like right at the beginning of October. So I said, okay, here we go. So we're almost finished with that, and I've been not perfect with my eating. I ate another pie today. Yes, I did. 3 pies in 3 days. Yes, I did. Okay, so now you understand. Now maybe you'll have some compassion for somebody when they tell you that, when you offer them some cookies or donuts in the morning, and they say, "Oh no, thank you." Maybe now you'll have some compassion and understand that it may not seem like such a big deal to somebody else, but it's that if I eat one cookie, it's like falling off the wagon. Now the next day you give yourself to eat more cookies, right? It's like once you open the door, then you keep going. Then you just it's hard to stop. Once you start, it's hard to stop. You're going to do it every day. You're going to do it multiple times a day. It's like, those problems that people have. That's what it's like. It's an addiction. So that's why I just try to not do it and just have my coffee. Then that is what it is. I don't drink soda, so that's not a temptation. But some straight up candy, oh my goodness, that's just, like some chocolate, oh my goodness. But anyhow, so yeah, so the food, okay, yeah, I've fallen off the wagon some days on that. But you know what's funny? Got a little bit of sleep today, and it was enough. I got some sleep today, and I'm back to myself. I this evening went to Walmart again today, so that's twice in one day. And I got me 2 watermelons too, because this is kind of like November, and I don't know when they're gonna disappear. And Walmart has had the best watermelons like 2 years running. I don't know what that is. I don't know where they're getting them from, but like a couple days ago, they brought in the pumpkins, got rid of the watermelons, brought in the pumpkins, and now they have like these 2 bins of watermelons, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Everyone has been good. And so I went ahead and got the 2. It's just me, so I went ahead and got the 2. That way, I can tell myself, okay, I know this is probably it for the year. And I did not get a lot of cherries this year. I don't know what happened. I don't know where I was at. But I had strawberries this year, so that was a good change for me, a good experience. Like I said, I don't usually buy strawberries because I'm afraid they're not going to be sweet. But I had a good experience at Walmart. Went to another store and got some strawberries, and they were not so good. So I'm a Walmart kid. I really am. I really like Walmart. So that is that. And I got me some grapes, and and I got me some bananas. The ones I had, I'm not kind to the bananas. I smash them. I let them sit and turn. I'm not kind to the bananas, but I feel good right now. I ate the pies. I ate them, and I enjoyed them. One, I passed out eating it today, so I just finished the last of it this evening. But it wasn't even as joyful as it had been when I ate it yesterday and earlier in the day. It wasn't even that satisfaction. It was just, okay, let me eat this because it's a little bit of pie, and I don't want the, just sitting around. So yeah, it's there's something, and there's something to, how you just deprive yourself so much. It's like, what do the people say? I don't know, what am I talking to you guys about when I get on here? It's like the people say, okay, if you don't eat meat, and I've gone years without eating meat too. It's like the people say, or like, if you don't eat meat and you're going to add 10 years onto your life, 5 years, 7 years onto your life. Okay, well, like I heard somebody say, well, what 10 years? 10 years, 10 years when you're barely walking and on a machine, or 10 years in the middle when you're still, up and doing your thing. So it's like, to live and to just not have any pleasure, because I don't do anything else. Trust me when I say I don't do anything else. I don't do anything else. I don't do anything else. And so food is pleasure for me. It's pleasure, so it doesn't have to be elegant. It doesn't have to be all of that, but I like to enjoy what I'm eating. I like whatever it is, it has to taste good, is what I'm saying. It doesn't have to be fancy. It can be beans and rice. I like me some beans and rice. But I have to like the taste. It can't just be something to do. And that's why I've started, look. Here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Okay, so when I get to work, I'm a graveyard person. I love it because I don't want to be bothered. Okay, I'm trying to do all this kind of stuff. I'm trying to move my life forward, right? Here, because I need the money. So the cleaning people are there. I don't know if I mentioned this to you before. So the cleaning people are there, and I love the cleaning people because I was a cleaning person, but nobody knows that. So the cleaning people are there when I get there, and I work in an office building. And it's I don't know what's happened recently. There are not as many of them, but there's like a million of them. Like, they're like all over the place. They're in the lobbies. They're in the break rooms. There's a break room on every floor. There's a coffee machine and all of that. So when I get to work, I am trying to get my coffee, trying to heat my food. I'm trying to do all that. And they're cleaning. They're like all over the place. The floor is wet in the break room, and it's like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to, and I'm always, running, just say hurrying. I'm always hurrying, so I'm hurrying, and the floor is wet, and I'm like, they're in the bathroom. There's a bathroom on every floor. It's a very, and they're in there, and it's like, oh my goodness, and it's like, but all of a sudden, I don't see as many people. And so, thank you so much for listening. Thank you, because I'm getting this off my chest, and sometimes, just like I said, I'm oftentimes misunderstood. So I'm gonna share this with you. I'm sharing this with you. So because I have my little guy, I've only had him since April. Right? And I have some other challenges going on as well. But having him is a big change in my life, because I've been by myself forever. Even though I have two older brothers, I have the mindset of an only child. I do. I'm like an only child, right? So I'm used to being by myself. So I was married for 5 minutes. I'm really used to being by myself. So with him, this is a 24-hour thing. To be responsible for, I don't have any children, to be responsible for somebody, and someone is always there, no matter what. Even if you're sick, I almost died, and I still had to take care of him. I had to take him out for a walk and everything, and me and him, we had a hard time. during that time, because I was sick and I couldn't talk. So, and I was in a lot of pain. So he, he didn't respond well to that, because he needs attention. I have to talk to him and stuff. And because I wasn't talking to him, he got all, he got all bent out of shape. So we had a whole situation with that. But I'm saying that I have him now. So just like how when people have kids and the kids are in the bathroom with them, they're like, when can I get a moment to myself? Right? So that's how it is for me, just to have a moment to myself, to eat in peace, to just, to have a moment to myself. So when I get to work after rushing and everything and dealing with him and getting him to go to the bathroom and this and that and this and that, and his attitudes or whatever, by the time I get to work and everybody's gone, the shifts have changed, everything is settled. I've cleaned everything, because I clean everything all through the night. I've cleaned everything and I'm ready to start my shift. Here they come to the office. It's actually their job to empty the trash. Okay, it's actually their job. That's what they're doing. They're emptying the trash. And so, but I don't have an attitude. That's what I was saying before. You have to do a song and dance and presentation. Someone has to, what did I say? You have to, you got to do all that for somebody to empty your trash when that's their job. You know what I mean? So, but I don't hold them against them. I just, whatever. That's on you. You got to live with yourself. That you won't empty the trash because you got an attitude. That's on you. Okay. I've done that job. I know what it's like, and I know that when you have a job to do, you do your job. I don't care if you like the person, doesn't even have to speak to you. If it's your job to empty their trash, you empty their trash. So at first I used to speak to them, and I was new, and it was just different. It was like, oh, hey, hi, I would even have a conversation and this and that and this and that. And then but now I'm like, I'm in a different season. I'm still on the job. I didn't think I would be there. I'm still on the job. And so there have been a lot of changes on the job with personnel, staff, and that I've had to adjust to and everything. So now when I get to work, oftentimes I close the office door. I close the office. So the how they run that place is everyone puts their trash out in the hall, because they don't clean inside the office. They only clean, you put your trash can outside in the hall. So that's what I do. But I'm the person that always has the office door open. That's what I do, right? Because I need the air, and everybody else has been in there. I just need to let their ghosts leave, right? And so now oftentimes I close the door and I have a moment to myself. I close the door, I take my mask off, I eat my food in peace, and I listen to my gospel music. For the first hour of my work shift, I listen to gospel music. And I sing, and I just get myself ready for whatever is going to come for the evening, right? And it helps me. So that's what I've started doing. And when I started doing that, they stopped picking up the trash. And so they may have taken it as like I think I'm fancy or something, and I don't like the cleaning people, when it has nothing to do with them, and it has everything to do with me, because I'm just trying to catch my breath. I'm trying to catch my breath because I'm with this little guy all day, every day, and he is a whole piece of work. I don't mean that in a bad way. Let me not say anything bad about him. He's unique. He's unique. He's full of energy. He's so smart. When I really need him to do something, he does it. tonight I bought myself some tacos because I'm just craving beef. I don't know why. And I bought myself some tacos and I'm sitting there eating them and he's just barking. I'm like, why is he barking? Like everything is good with him. He has his pillow, everything. Why is he barking? And I looked over and there was a homeless man standing outside the car. Now he was about 82 years old, so he was not a threat. And he was standing there, but he was standing there looking, But he was just barking. And so he was doing his job. So I thanked him and I told him, he did a good job. Thank you for that. But that's what I'm saying. He's a good little guy and I love him. And I tell him I'm glad he's here. I'm glad he's here with me. But that's how it's his picture that's in the beginning. And that's why the first one is saying an introduction to him, because that's what I thought this was going to be all about, because he has really changed my life. And I thought this was going to be about him, how he helped to change my life. But so it's like I'm the woman with the 20 kids. I need a moment to myself. So I close the office door and I eat my food, my hot food, and I tried to have that moment to myself. But I closed the door and it just didn't have anything to do with not wanting to be bothered with them. But I want a moment to myself to just have my food and not be interrupted by hi, and I'm just trying to eat my food. That's all in peace. So, I don't even know why I started telling you about that. But so, we're in a new season. And this is what I knew I was going to talk to you about. Whew. I like the music right now. This is what I knew I was going to mention to you. We're in a new season. This is officially the last week before the month of Thanksgiving. Now, you may not celebrate it. I don't know where you are. They say almost 30% of the viewers are in the U.S. Well, here in the U.S., Thanksgiving is a big deal. And I'm a Walmart girl. Like, I went twice in one day. I'm a Walmart girl. And so I went back tonight. Now, I went and bought what I needed earlier. But I bought that pie this morning. But I went back tonight and I went ahead and bought some things because I said, the first is coming. The first is going to be this week. Like, I can't remember exactly. I think it's Friday. So that means 1 million people are going to be in the store on Friday. Friday and this weekend, they're going to be in the store because they're going to be buying their Thanksgiving food. The people are going to be buying their Thanksgiving food because this is when they're going to get money for Thanksgiving. So I said, the stuff that I, know that I needed. I said, let me get that little stuff like right now. And I went ahead and did that. And the people were in the store, trying to get on my nerves, and I just ignored them because I'm laser focused right now. I'm a few days from my challenge being over, and everything is just good. Everything is good. But here's the other part of it. And the time changes this weekend. Right? The seasons have changed. Do you know today I realized that I'm changing my hairstyle? Now let me be clear, let me tell you. Let me tell you this so you understand what I'm saying. Okay. My hair, and this just so you understand what I'm saying. I went to the beauty supply store this morning to get some hair dye because I have about 6 boxes of hair dye, but it's in my storage room. And you know that stuff is a mess. So I said, let me, directly when I got off work, I went to go get some hair dye. So I sat there and the lady was late. But I just sat there and I said, played with him. And I said, oh, yes, I'm going to wait. So I waited. I ended up talking to the young lady. She was really nice. It's one, how do you say, the name of the beauty supply. There are a few of them in the area, but they're all different, right? The customer service, the way the store is set up. One store is like so small, like it's a million things in it, and it's like crazy, right? So, but this one, the young lady was actually nice. And I was like, oh, okay. So we were talking about this and that and everything. And so, come to find out, I'm like her mother's age. And that was funny, right? And she was like, "Ooh," she didn't think that was my age." But we were talking, and so we're talking, we're done, and so I'm walking out. There was a lady that had been shopping in the store, but she was back in the back somewhere, and we were just talking and everything, and so I'm leaving, and the lady comes up to the counter, to the cashier, whatever, and she says, "I like your hair." And I knew she was talking to me, right? I knew she was talking to me because I get a lot of compliments on my hair. A lot of compliments. Coming and going. Older people, younger people, all races of people, everywhere I go, the bus drivers, everybody compliments me on my hair. Okay, I'm just telling you this so you understand where I'm coming from, right? And I'm not even exaggerating. Sometimes I'll say 2 million and no. This time I'm not exaggerating. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you, teenagers, 10-year-olds, 20-year-olds, older people, everybody compliments me on my hair. I'm serious. I'm being honest with you. Full disclosure, right? I'm telling you this so you'll understand what I'm going to say to you. That my hair stands out. That's one. And two, it gets a lot of attention. Okay? My hair gets a lot of attention. And people like it. I mean, I like it, but people, you can like your hairstyle, but it doesn't mean everybody else likes your hairstyle. You walk around like, hey, I like my hairstyle. Doesn't mean everybody else likes your hairstyle. Okay, I'm saying that I really like my hairstyle, and I'm saying that other people do too, and they let me know. Okay, so like I said, I'm standing there talking to the cashier lady. And the lady had been in the store shopping, and I'm almost to the door. I was moving kind of fast, but she said, because I think I was trying to decide if I was going to respond to her or not, because she said, "I like your hair." I was trying to decide if I was going to respond to her or not, but I said, "Thank you," but I'm so used to hearing it. Okay, now here's my point. I'm changing my hair. I decided today on the spot that I'm changing my hair. That was not a plan. And I was going to dye my hair because I'm a hair dyer. That's what I do. I'm going to dye my hair. But I'm changing my hairstyle. That was not the plan. This was a hairstyle that I thought I was going to live and die with, right? It looks good. It's low maintenance. This was the one that I thought this was it. It gets a lot of attention. Not to say that I want attention, but it's like It's like a good haircut, right? When your hair looks good, maybe you don't have your makeup on, maybe you don't, but it pulls you together. That's why I was saying in one of the earlier videos, if you need a hairstyle or something, it matters. It really does matter. For men as well, it matters. It's like grooming. You know what I mean? It matters. So I'm saying, the point I'm trying to make is, my hair gets a lot of positive attention. It's not negative. When little kids say, I like your hair, you got something going, right? So I'm saying, my hair, I really like my hair. I really like my hair. I look at it. There's not one day that I look at it and say, I don't like this. I'm tired of it. I like my hair. But today, it came to me, it's time to change it. It's time to change it. Now, here's the thing. October challenge. October personal challenge. And should I say personal development, okay? Challenge. I have been working on things for myself, not conquering the sweet tooth situation. Okay, fine, whatever. Rush a little bit to work still. Okay, fine. But for me, it's the overall. It's the overall. And I think the overall, I'm doing what I can to deal with the situations on my job that I don't like, situations that are difficult. I think I'm doing a pretty fair job about how I'm dealing with them. It's like I heard someone say, your recovery time. It's your recovery time. It's like the people that are out on the streets. I'm not trying to say anything about anybody, not at all whatsoever. But it's the recovery time. Everybody has a tragedy. Everybody has a tragedy. But it's your recovery time. How long is it going to take you to pick yourself up? How long is it going to take you to get moving again, right? To shake it off. Not shake it off as in being dismissive, but to be able to get yourself together enough to, okay, I can go to work, recovery time. Is it going to take a year? 5, 10? What is it going to take? It's recovery time. Some of the people that are out on the streets, recovery time not so good. Because something happened. Some of those people, it's not, I know I can hear something too. He's making that noise. I can hear something too, but I can't see it. I told you about here in the parking lot. But yeah. Everybody's not. I'm trying to talk about dark things, but everybody on the streets is not a drug addict. Everybody's not a drug addict, and some people have mental health issues. Some of those mental health issues are a direct result of the drug use, but some people just had tragedy. Some people had tragedy, and their recovery time was too slow. It was too slow, and so they got stuck, and they couldn't keep going, and so they ended up out there. Facts, I know for sure. Okay, so that's what I'm saying about, again, the October challenge for me. It has served me well in that it gave me a time frame. It gave me a time frame to deal with myself, really, in a way to say, you got to do better. You got to do better. Overall, you got to do better. Just overall. And so everything in my life, I've tried to be better with it. Like I said, sweets, okay, whatever. But I was in the middle of some stressful stuff. And then, you can't yell, you can't do this, you can't that. You're going to work in the process. So I took it out on the pie. I ate the pie, but I'm okay. So, but yeah, it hit me. It's like, oh, okay, we're in a new season. We're in a new season. It's time to change your hair. And I haven't even really done anything publicly. I haven't, really been anywhere that like a whole group of people has seen my hair. But yeah, it's time to change it. So with so much pleasure attached to it, it's time to change it. But here's the thing. This is what I know. There's a lady that I follow online, and she has alopecia. She has traction alopecia. She had long hair, but she had traction alopecia from wearing a hairstyle that, well, I guess she said for years. For wearing hairstyles that just pulled at her hair, right? That just pulled at her hair. And that's what my hair is doing. I am grateful and lucky that I've never had problems with my hair. I've never had hair breakage. I've never had, my hair was what they would consider long. You know what I mean? Healthy, strong hair, whatever. I've never had problems with my hair. I've had short hair. I've been bald. Everything. But that little voice, it just kept telling me, like, I look in the mirror, I'm like, I like your hair. I'm saying this to myself. I like my hair. But realistically, it's too heavy. My hair is too heavy. And so I'm like, I'm a woman of a particular age. I'm over 21. And I'm like, I'm doing everything I can to, for it to be greater later, right? So I'm like, okay, it looks good today. But 2 years from now, I want to make sure. I've been bald before. That's not my plan for the later years. That's not the plan. That's not the vision that I have for myself. And especially because of a health problem, so to speak. No. So I see a problem coming. It looks good today, but then I'll be walking around with no hair, talking about, oh yeah, my hair used to look good. So I'm changing my hair. I started on it today, this evening, and so I'm changing my hair, and I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready for the changes of the season. The changes of the season. Because that little voice, it was telling me, and you know how you just ignore it because it's like I was driving for Lyft. Okay, I'm getting close to time now. I was driving for Lyft, and this lady got in the car with me. It was like 6, 5, 4. It was some crazy hour in the morning. I had stood and talked to, I told you I talked to people. This young man, I was talking to him at the gas station. So I've always been I'm a night person. That's how I work graveyard. I'm a night person. So I was standing there talking to this young man. He lived in Mexico, or he was from Mexico, but he was in the U.S. temporarily working. So he's working at the gas station. He was really nice. We're talking. He's in college and this and that, right? Something told me to stay there and talk to him, right? I don't know. I was just standing there talking to him. Because that's where I would get my coffee and everything, right? So then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, I'm leaving, and it was foggy out. It was foggy, which was odd too. So I said, okay, it's time to go. I remember what I was wearing and everything. So I got in my car and I left, and I picked up this lady, right? I picked up this lady, and it was like an odd hour, like 3 o'clock in the morning. It was like 6 o'clock in the morning. It was some odd hour. And because of the fog, I couldn't see her. And so she had to like turn on her light on her phone. It was strange. And where I picked her up, it was, the whole thing was just strange, right? So she got in the car, and we started talking. It was comfortable. I learned a lot from driving for Lyft too. I learned a lot about trusting my instincts. Every single time, when a person got in, I could tell if it was good or bad. I could tell if it was somebody that I could be comfortable with and talk to them, or it was going to be weird. I could tell every time. And I would try to, like, I would test it. I was like, okay, I know this is weird, but let me do this anyway, right? Sure enough, it would be weird. So I trust my instincts. So me and the young lady, we just started talking, and so we got a hit to pick up somebody, right? It's like, like a straight, like 3 o'clock in the morning or something, right? So we stopped to pick up the person, and it was at like a really small strip mall, but at 3 o'clock in the morning, everything is closed. So what's going on, right? So I was gonna stop, and I looked at the guy's hand, and it looked like he had a gun, but pointed down at the ground, right? And so I can't remember if I said it or she said it. I think I said, it looks like he has a gun. And I think she said, yeah, I think so too, or something like that. I don't know who said it first. And then I just cruised on and kept on going. I never came to a full stop. The guy had the nerve to call. I'm like, why you didn't stop and pick me up? So we went on driving, excuse me, and we were talking. I got to finish up because I'm crossing into my get to work schedule. And I need to spend some time with him. But so we're talking. Turns out she was a Lyft driver. And because she was a Lyft driver, she had the same instincts that I had in terms of how you check out a person before they get in your car, right? You're checking them out from head to toe, right? And everything. And so what we also realized was that split second of time, that if it wasn't her, if she was not in the car with me, then I might have picked that person up because I needed the money. I had to pay my rent or something. I needed the money. And when that thing happened, that's what I was saying to her, that when I saw him, I was like, that's a gun. But I'm like, it can't be because I need the money. It can't be a gun because I need the money. So, I don't remember why I'm telling you a story. But about my hair, it's better to go ahead and deal with it. Make the change now. The seasons have changed. Instead of later on regretting it. Things will happen when it's inconvenient. It's like the guy that I worked with that one day, and it's not as comfortable. And I told my supervisor, I said, well, I guess that's where the growth comes from. Yeah. So, and when I do remember with the young lady, and we were talking about that, and she said, this is my first day. She said she had a newborn at home, like, a few months old or something like that. She said, this is my first time being out. It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. She said, this is my first time being out since I had my baby. And we talked, and she was so nice and everything. And like I said too, we understood that if she had just been somebody else, some people they're just really not observant. They're along for the ride. But because she was a Lyft driver, she was looking like I was looking, and that saved me. But yeah, so that's my story. It ties into something, I don't remember. I'm trying. Look, when I go back and listen to it, I'll figure out how it connects. But look, this is my authentic self. But if you're really listening, you know how that story tied in. It made sense. Somehow, some way. But yeah, I'm getting ready for the season. I had no plan whatsoever to change my hair, but in the back of my mind, I kept saying it's like that something was wrong. I felt like something was wrong with my hair. It looks good, but I felt like it's not wise to do this. It's not wise to do this to your hair. And I have plans for it to be greater later. I have plans for that. But yeah, recovery time too. When something bad happens, recovery time. It's just like Joyce Meyer, like she would say, that's what, like, she was really a big part of my development as a Christian when I first, started this walk, because she's straightforward. She's straightforward, and she presents herself as a genuine person. I don't mean present like it's not true, but she says things that sometimes you only think, right? That you dare not say. And like she says, she still gets mad, but it doesn't take as long now. It doesn't take 2 weeks to not be mad anymore. She gets over it um, pretty quickly. So that's what I'm saying. Recovery time. And that's one of the things. Like I said, I haven't done so good with the eating part of it, but just overall, I've tried to be better. I've tried to be better. Oh, and that's what I was saying too. Is I told you guys I was going to be moving this stuff this weekend. I said, I was too tired, because I was, how do you say, at work last night. It was obvious that I did not have enough sleep. So that was my focus today. So I got some sleep. And after I got the sleep and woke up, I was like, this hair has to change. So it came to me to go ahead and change my hair. So, but yeah, the seasons have changed. The seasons have changed, and I told you, you got to know where you're at. You got to know where you're at, so you'll know what you need to do. I know where I'm at. I know change is coming for me, and I need to be prepared for it. So everything that I'm doing is about being prepared for that. These people, oh, they went to the trash can. I thought they were going to use a ballot box. They came here to use a trash can. But yeah, no, I know that change is coming for me, and I need to be ready for it. So that's what I'm just trying to get prepared. Actually, I was talking to the young lady in the store about some eyebrow stuff, and I thought this thing that she sold me was gonna work, but it doesn't work. So no fault of her. Put it like this: we tried a color eyebrow pencil, and it looks so good. It looks so good on her. We two totally different complexions. I put it on me, you can't see it. That's what I'm like, Lord, I tell you. And I was so happy. I was like, ooh, and because I was telling her about the eyebrows and this and that. And when you get older, you don't have any eyebrows and all this stuff. I told her. But when I was younger, I didn't have eyebrows. But I didn't know it. I didn't realize it. So I bought this eyebrow pencil thinking it was gonna be I want a more natural color eyebrow pencil, because something that doesn't look heavy, because my natural color is not heavy. It's and so she showed me this eyebrow pencil. I'm like, oh yeah, that looks really good. But later on, when I look at it and then it didn't work, I realized, hey, but she's lighter than me, so it looked different. You could see it. You put it on me and you can't see it. So anyhow, so my plan was to start clearing out this new storage room today. That was my plan today, but I realized it was more important for me to get some sleep, because without sleep, you had a whole host of problems. So that was what I did, and then I just picked up some stuff to get my hair done, because I know that it's like you're so busy, and then you gotta stop. You really gotta stop and look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. You're like, ooh, I need to do something to my hair. So that's what I did. So anyhow, winding up, I'm on the. Now I'm crossing over into needing to go to work now. So anyhow, thanks so much for being with me again today. Thank you. This is working out well for me, this October challenge. And yeah, the point of what I was trying to make about my hair, it's a hairstyle. Little kids like it, teenagers, boys, girls, everybody, every race, everybody coming and going. It's like, put it like I said, when you hear somebody say, I like your hair, and you know they're talking to you. You're not even trying to be vain. You just know they're talking to you because you're used to getting that compliment on your hair. Okay? So it looks good. But I'm using wisdom, because I want to have me some hair later. So that's it. That's all. 47 minutes we're at. Thank you. Like I said, this October is good for me. And it's so funny because the progress that I've made, it's like really, it's really big changes. It's really big changes that I'm making for the month of October. And so for November, I expect more change. So, but you got to be ready for it. Like I was saying to you guys about marriage, you can't say you want to be married, but you're not ready. You got to get ready. Shoot, to be married, you have to have a certain mindset. To have a certain mindset. How you talk to people. So, gotta work on yourself. Before you get with somebody else. And that's essentially what I'm doing too. All this stuff I needed to do, because you can't try to make life changes once you get with somebody. You need to do certain stuff before you get with somebody, because once you have life changes, it changes you. So I'm trying to make my changes now, at least the ones I can. So, this is long. We have 49 minutes. Okay, I gotta go. I gotta get ready for work. Poor little thing. He just wants his mommy. He was whining, and I was like, "Why are you whining? You got your pillow. Why are you whining?" And he looks at me with that little face. I'm like, "Oh, he wants his mommy. He just wants me." And that's something for somebody who just wants you so bad. He just wants me. Now, he just bites me. That's all he wants to do. But he's quiet. It's okay. We'll work it out. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for being here. I'm telling you, this is wonderful for me. I hope you got what I was saying about my hair, to be willing to change something that's so, people like to be admired. People like that. They like to get compliments and stuff. People like to turn heads, especially when you a woman of a particular age, you like to be still turning heads, you know. And trust me, I'm gonna put something together for myself that looks nice, but it's nice. It feels good to still be a head turner, and you are a woman of a particular age. But they're not gonna get me. They're not gonna convince me to do something unhealthy for my hair, and then later on be walking around bald, talking about what I used to have and what I used to look like. Shoot, I've already done that. You know, these teeth, right? I have pictures of my teeth. When I go to this is the last story. When I go to the dentist, woo, I'm going to show these people my teeth. My teeth were, oh my goodness. They used to be. Woo, what did they say? When the people, you look at celebrities, before they got their money, right? And after they got their money, the first thing you do is get your teeth fixed. Lord have mercy. Now that's talking right there. When I get my teeth fixed, oh my goodness. My teeth used to be, like the pictures. You look at the pictures of my teeth, they just, oh my goodness. But I'm gonna get them back. That's it, you guys. I'm not telling you anything else. All right, let's go. All right, thank you so much. I'm so glad you're on this journey with me. And I hope, I'm saying all this to say, really, I hope that you're getting as much as out of this as what I am. And because we're at the end of October, maybe you're just tuning in. Maybe you want to start in November. And you can, you can think of the things now. Come on now. I love it when I feel like I have a good idea. Maybe you just tuned in now. And you want to start in November. But you're getting your thoughts together right now about what changes you want to make in November. Okay? So that's a good one. Maybe you're just tuning in now and you want to start in November. By the time you get to Thanksgiving, if you're wherever you are and you celebrate Thanksgiving, imagine by the time you get to the end of November how good you'll feel if you start at the beginning of November. And imagine how just going in that new direction, in the right direction for yourself, how you'll end up finishing up the year, and just how you're, it doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter. There are so many people I see walking, and it really does my heart good, to see people walking. I remember my aunt, the one that passed in 2019. When she stopped walking, that's when her health changed. When she stopped walking, she used to be one of those little ladies with her and her little group of girlfriends. They go walking and stuff. And when she stopped walking, it just changed her health. So, anyhow, gotta go. 10:37. I gotta put my coffee together and get ready to get on the road. Thank you. I really mean it. I really, really, really mean it. I hope you figure out a way to do something good for yourself. I mean it, because I'm so happy. I'm happy that I'm doing this with you, and that I can see the good coming from it. I can see it. I can feel it. So, anyway, love you guys. Thank you so much. Dang, almost a whole hour, 54 minutes. Jeez. All right, talk to you guys tomorrow. I love you. Bye.